Okay, so in this training, I want to teach you how we have set up and want you to use the accountability sheet for those of you who are in the road to 5K, and eventually for anybody that wants to use this as a sheet to track and to look at their progress and to have that accountability of what they're doing each. So we've got a number of columns. You'll see here the picture of the sheet. Okay, the first thing at the top there is your monthly goals. What monthly BV and monthly income are you shooting for? Okay, and I know those are result goals, which typically I won't push people hard for result goals because you don't have as much control over those. Obviously, I want you to stay involved with the process, which you do have control over. But I think it's good to have a good idea. So say let's say this month you want to do 1,000 BV for the month, and your income is $500 for the month. So put that down so it's in front of you, in your sheet. Okay, and these are weekly sheets, right? So even though it's got monthly goals on it, so each time you print one of these out, I would encourage you to put somewhere on it the date. And I didn't put a spot for that, but I'm sure you can write on there, this is, for May of 2019, and then what your monthly goal is and so forth. The other parts are the important part. This is where you do your daily tracking, okay? First column is the number of new Facebook friends, okay? So how many Facebook friend requests and friends have you added to? Let's say you're at 400 on Monday, and by the end of Monday, you've added 5. So you have 5 new Facebook friends now. Next column is, and I would try to add a minimum, and you'll see the minimums underneath these, a minimum of 10 a day for the number of new Facebook friends, right? Number of new connections. These are people that you've never reached out to before, and you've made a connection, whether it be through commenting. And we did a training on how to do Facebook comments the other day. That is on the Daring Dream Team YouTube channel. I would very highly encourage you to watch that. But you need to do at least 10 new connections a day, right? And then put down here how many you've done. And you can do it like the old days where you put a line, 4 lines, and then one diagonal, 4 lines, and then one diagonal. If you want to count them throughout the day, or at the end of the day, if you've kept track of them, you can just put a number in there. So what you want to do is this document. It's a PDF document. It's going to be in the files within the group Road to 5K. Right? You're going to want to print it out and then handwrite everything. Okay, and I'll tell you why at the end of this. Next one is the number of follow-ups, and this is crucial. You need to follow up with people that either have pre-enrolled or that you've reached out and connected with. And what that follow-up may be, just reaching back out to them and having more conversation, whatever. Okay? Next one is Facebook Lives. I know some of you are going, oh no, I'm not doing Facebook Lives. But this is a group of people here that want to excel, that want to get to 5K, want to get to 10K, 25K. Okay, if that's not what you want to do, that's not your goal, that's okay. We've got all kinds of other areas where you can learn how to just make an extra $500-$600, $1,000 maybe a month. Even you could probably do that. But this is a serious group of people who are serious about making money, serious about making rank advances, right? So if you're going to do that, you've got to implement Facebook Lives. In fact, I was just watching Candice Bird Davies yesterday on her live, and somebody asked about lives, and she and her Facebook Live, and she said they're pretty much a must. If you want to really build your business, they're a must. So we put down here a minimum of 2 a week. You pick the days. I think you should be doing 3 to 5 a week, if not more. But it's a good place to start off with. And these are just the minimums that we say that you should do. Now, that last column there, other than totals, the last column there is the number of new customers and affiliates. And that one, I've got it on there. And you see the Gold Cup Award there, this isn't something that you can control totally, right? but it is a reward. And if you've done all of the things up into this column, you know, you've done your new Facebook friends, you've done your new connections, you've done your follow-up, you've done your lives and everything else, then you should be putting in some customers and affiliates over the weeks, right? And you want to keep track of that and reward yourself. That's why the little, trophy cup is up at the top, okay? So again, you're going to want to print this out, and it goes from Monday to Sunday, right? 7 days. You're going to want to print it out each week and then fill out this information. Now, what we're going to do is probably every Thursday. On Thursdays, even though this goes from Saturday or Monday to Sunday, you would start out, let's say the first week you would start off on maybe on Thursday, and then you would go from Thursday and follow it up. But however you want to do it, you get a full week of numbers in there, and then you take your phone and you take a picture of it. And there's going to be a post in the Road to 5K each week on Thursday. There will be a post, and that post will say, post your accountability sheet here in the comments, okay? And it probably will say for, whatever, what's the date today? The 6th, 7th, for 5/8, 2019, post your accountability sheets here. So you would take a picture of it and you would post it in a comment on that post. Okay. Now, what we're going to tell you is that this is a part of the requirement to be in the group. So if you go a couple of weeks and we see that, okay, you're just not posting your accountability sheet, a picture of your accountability sheet week after week, then you don't be surprised and hurt or upset if we say, okay, we're gonna remove you from the group, okay? Because we want this to be a group of people that are serious, and we're gonna put the units are called learning in here. So you'll see where it says learning, and that's where the units are. And we are gonna this video will be in there for you to go over. So if you don't understand again what's going on, there'll be files out there of which this PDF will be in the files group. And it will be a getting started for you to, track and do these things. But we're going to hold everybody accountable. You really want to make 5K and then move on to the 25K group, then you've got to be active and participate and be accountable. It's okay if you don't, though. But if you don't, understand that we will remove you. If you're not doing it and you're not printing it out and putting your sheets in there and everything, and doing what we've asked and following instructions and being coachable, that's okay. We're not going to think any worse of you or any less of you or anything else, but we're going to take you out of the group because we want only people in this group. And the reason we want that is because people that are dedicated and coachable and following instructions that are also going to interact with everybody else on a much higher level and a better level, right? The people that don't do it are going to have, typically they're not going to want to, they're going to have bad questions. I don't want to say bad questions, but they're going to be asking questions all the time instead of trying to figure out things themselves, instead of doing the homework or following the instructions. They're going to introduce an atmosphere that we don't want in the group. Okay. And that may not be you, but just do the assignments. Okay. So I hope this makes sense to you and you understand exactly what we're talking about here. They're very, very straightforward. Number of new Facebook friends that you've added. In other words, in Monday morning when you start, whatever day you're starting on, but let's say Monday morning, when you get up, you have 400 friends. By the end of the day on Monday, you have 405. Means you put a 5 in there. You've added 5, right? You're shooting for 10, but you only added 5. That's okay. Number of new connections. How many people, how many comments did you reach out to and connect with people? How many people did you connect with? Okay. How many people did you follow up and how many Facebook Lives? Okay, so let's say you did a Facebook Live on Monday and then on Wednesday. Okay, so you did your 2 for the week. So you put a check in that box for Monday and a check in that box for Wednesday, and you are good to go. What I would like you to do, though, is put the title of the live that you did on that day. That would be a better thing for you to do, because then we can go back and look and go, oh, yeah, I remember, she said this was the title and she did it on Monday. That's awesome, okay? So I would want you to put the title of the live, the Facebook Live that you did on the day that you did it. And then any new customers and affiliates, and that's your trophy column. So, all right, I hope this makes sense. If you have any questions, watch it again. And if you still have questions, then reach out to myself or one of the admins, Carlos or Lily or Dawn or Troy or whatever. Okay, so thank you very much.